Alex Ovechkin is one of Putin's biggest fans. The question is, why? For more than a dozen years, Alex Ovechkin has skated between two worlds, his country of birth and his professional home. He's beloved, cheered and revered in both. He regularly has tried to appease supporters in these disparate homes, making his living playing hockey in the United States capital while spending much of his off-season in Russia's. And while the hockey star has never hidden his affection for Vladimir Putin, Ovechkin this month raised the stakes considerably, announcing on his Instagram account that he was organizing a movement to support the Russian president. "Today, I want to announce a social movement in the name of PutinTeam," Ovechkin wrote in the post, accompanied by a photo of Ovechkin being embraced by the Russian leader. "Be a part of this team. To me it's a privilege. It's like the feeling of when you put on the jersey of the Russian team, knowing that the whole country is rooting for you." Ovechkin ended the post with the hashtag #PutinTeam. Ovechkin now finds himself awkwardly in the middle of a geopolitical maelstrom, perhaps by his own doing, tugged in multiple directions, just as he has been for much of his extraordinary career. He has given an unwavering endorsement to a man who U.S. intelligence agencies say sanctioned Russian meddling in last year's presidential election and whose athletes have drawn the ire of the international Olympic community for a state-sponsored doping scheme. At the same time, Ovechkin insists his advocacy is free of politics. "I'm not a politic," Ovechkin said in a recent interview. "I don't know what's happening out there. I know it's a hard situation, but it is what it is. You know, I play here, and this is my second home. I don't want to fight between two countries, because it's going to be a mess." Ovechkin says the PutinTeam movement was his idea, though there are signs that a Kremlin-backed public relations firm might have played a role. Ovechkin's decision to wave the Putin banner comes at an especially awkward time. Relations between the countries are frayed, and a special counsel is investigating possible coordination between the Trump campaign and Russian officials ahead of the 2016 election. 7 in 10 Americans hold an unfavorable opinion of Russia, according to a recent Gallup poll. Putin charges U.S. is trying to disqualify Russia from 2018 Olympics. The situation is certainly a thorny one for the Washington Capitals and the National Hockey League. De Leonsis, the Capitals team owner who signed Ovechkin to a 13-year, $124 million contract in 2008, declined to comment for this article, as did the league office. The Capitals prefer for Ovechkin to discuss the situation himself, keeping team brass at arm's length from a sensitive topic that's fraught with complications. Theirs is a business relationship in which Ovechkin is paid handsomely. He will earn $10 million this season. But team officials know that, even off the ice, one of the game's most recognizable players must always represent Russia as well as Washington. Ovechkin, 32, and his family have long enjoyed government support. His mother was a basketball star with the Soviet national team, a two-time Olympic gold medalist who later leaned on her political connections to help finance her Moscow-based club team. Her son arrived in Washington in 2005 and quickly blossomed into one of hockey's best players, certainly the most prolific scorer Russia has sent to the NHL. Only Jaromir Jagr has more career goals among active players, and Ovechkin has led the league in goals 6 times and been named its most valuable player 3 times. His fame and success have afforded him an unusually close relationship with the Kremlin. He has a personal phone number for Putin and received a wedding present from the Russian leader last year. He says he is aware that vocally supporting Putin could rub some Americans the wrong way, but Capitals fans are still showing up to games, still wearing Ovechkin's number 8 jersey, still cheering his on-ice exploits, and there's no sign his legacy or standing among Washington hockey fans has suffered. "It's been good reactions, and it's been bad reactions," said Ovechkin, who began learning English when he arrived in Washington. "People have own mind, own views." Though Ovechkin shared no details of his PutinTeam effort when he made his Instagram post November 2, last week he announced the soft launch of a new Russian-language website, PutinTeam.ru, inviting people to sign up for the team, track related news, participate in contests and attend and organize events. PutinTeam is an informal movement, the site reads. Everyone who shares our values can join the team. The domain was created September 6, but it was not immediately clear who funded and created the site or who was running its associated pages.